Good day, everyone. My name is Motho Keene. My team and I are going to be discussing the case of Motho Keene for our personal development and learning skills module. I will be presenting the introduction and the problem definition. The topics to be discussed are problem phase, hormones release, possible solutions, evaluation, implementation plan, review and adjustment. Lastly, brain health and genes inside. The purpose of this presentation is to analyze the behavioral and emotional challenges in Motho Keene's team. Secondly, to focus on how neurotransmitters and hormones affect workplace behavior. Thirdly, to connect neuroscience to leadership and employee well-being. Lastly, the importance, which is basically understanding biology and psychology in business. The problem faced by Motho Keene's team are lack of management training, focus on task completion over relationships, limited socialization leading to low team cohesion and morale, team isolation, burnout and high turnover. Motho's authoritarian leadership style causes chronic stress. Emotional detachment leads to a lack of empathy for personal issues, for example, Mark's situation. Hormones released and their effects. Stress affects dopamine, serotonin, cortisol, and oxytocin. High cortisol drives fatigue, anxiety, and defensiveness. Low oxytocin reduces trust and collaboration, hence negatively affecting the team's overall productivity. Low dopamine reduces motivation and creativity. Chronic stress suppresses the prefrontal cortex, disrupting rational thinking and emotional control. This restricts the team's ability from choosing what's best. Motho's emotional detachment reduces serotonin levels, which increases team stress, resulting in burnout and disengagement. Thank you.
Good day, my name is Manyana, and I'm going to be talking about the possible solutions that we've come up with for the individual, the team, and the organization. Solution 1 for the individual. We focused on improving self-awareness, leadership, and empathy by Motho attending emotional intelligence and leadership coaching programs. He can practice mindful exercises such as meditation. He can engage in reflective journaling to build self-awareness for group members. The second solution we've come up with is for the team. Here we focus on strengthening trust, moral, and teamwork. We do this by introducing regular team building and social connection activities, as team building programs lead to increased trust and information sharing across employees easily. We encourage open communication and feedback sessions so that employees are better able to understand each other. We promote peer support systems and mentoring, as this leads to a better health environment for the employees. The third solution that we've come up with for the organization is that we focus on assuring the well-being and motivation of staff long-term. We do this by creating wellness programs and mentoring systems to facilitate a safe space for employees. We enforce flexible work arrangements, as flexible work arrangements help reduce employee stress and emotional exhaustion. We foster a culture of recognition and inclusion, as this avoids discrimination and conflict. leadership training across departments for consistency.
Good day, my name is Yolanda Njadingwe and I'll be evaluating our three possible solutions that we chose. The first one is emotional intelligence and stress management. Its strength is that it improves empathy and self-regulation, leading to personal development. Its weakness is that it needs time and personal commitment from Motho. The opportunities is that it reduces conflict. Threats, resistance to change. If Motho is not open-minded, he will stay in a toxic work environment. Is it smart? It is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and the time bound will be about 3 months. Team bonding. Team bonding improves morale and oxytocin, building trust. Its weakness is that it may fade if not sustained. Its opportunities is that it rebuilds social connections and improves work culture. Its threats is that hybrid barriers such as online working may reduce participation. Is it smart? It is specific, measurable, attainable. It is not realistic as it needs consistency, and the time it will take is about 6 months. Leadership training. Its strength is that long-term benefits for the organization. The weakness is that it requires higher level approval and funding from executives and managers. Its opportunities is that it enhances retention. Its threats is the lack of leadership buy-in, which may reduce engagement. Is it smart? It is specific, it is not measurable, it is not attainable, it is realistic, and the time it will take is 1 to 2 years. The best option that we have chosen is emotional intelligence and stress management because it offers the fastest, most measurable and sustainable improvement to Motho's leadership behavior and team well-being while laying the foundation for the other two strategies to follow.
Good day, I'm Motho Keene, and I'll be talking about the implementation of the solution, which will include the difficulties and ease of the implementation. It will be easy to implement the solution because there is accessible leadership and emotional intelligence training in Botswana, supportive HR structures and mentorship available, use of Microsoft Teams simplifies visual learning and coaching without major resources, practically achievable without major costs or restructuring the organization. As much as it's easy to implement the solution, there will be difficulties along the way, and one of the difficulties will be the resistance to behavioral and cultural change due to authoritarian style. Heavy workload may limit time and focus for training. Fear of losing authority or control may create emotional barriers. Limited baseline emotional intelligence can make application of concepts challenging. And this is according to Goldman 2022. Organizational culture may not fully support a people-centered approach. Implementing this solution also has a positive impact on the individual. These positive impacts may be increased oxytocin, improving leadership competence and empathy, greater self-awareness and reflection leading to better decision-making, enhanced job satisfaction and career growth through positive feedback, stronger relationship management and communication skills for future leadership roles. One of the challenges may be emotional strain and identity struggles during transition to relational leadership. Behavioral change takes more time than structural change, as it requires consistent effort. Temporary discomfort outweighed by long-term benefits such as morale, relationships, and leadership growth. Continuous feedback and coaching are essential for adopting new behaviors. On this slide, we'll be discussing challenges and critical evaluation. Challenges are defined as difficulties, obstacles, or problems that make achieving a goal more difficult. Critical evaluation means carefully examining something such as an idea, theory, or work to judge the strengths, weaknesses, value, or effectiveness.
Good day, my name is Ogilito Putel. Today I'll be talking about reviewing and adjusting the solution. So the first point is consistent monthly reviews to check emotional intelligence for program effectiveness. Then the second one is track employee motivation and communication quality. So what do we mean by tracking employee and motivation quality, communication quality? That is whereby the employee is motivated and that they produce communication which is quality. Then we have consistent feedback meetings every 3 months through surveys to check emotional balance. Then we have the third point, which is they should be regular monitoring for stuff like mark to show empathy, focus, and engagement. Empathy and engagement relate to authentic leadership and emotional intelligence. Then we have the last point, which is by implementing SMART goals to review progress, 80% morale improvement in 6 months. Today I'll be presenting about the adjusts. So we have the first point, which is stress management workshops to target emotional exhaustion. Then the second point is work should be divided appropriately to decrease burnout and ensure there is collaboration. Then we have the third one, which is knowledge about neuroscience could be implemented by Motho about how dopamine and cortisol levels affect motivation. Then we have the fifth point, which is implement the TOES framework to see the new opportunities and threats that arise. Then we have the last point, which is Motho should notify the employees about all adjustment to ensure trust and cooperation is built.
My name is Farida Ludik and I'm going to be presenting about how brain health affects work attitudes of Generation Z. Generation Z includes individuals born approximately between 1997 and 2012. They are the first generation to grow up entirely in the digital era, largely involved in the internet through smartphones and social media. They utilize technology and social media more than any other previous generation. Brain health. It affects overall well-being and productivity, releasing the following hormones. The first one is dopamine. It encourages motivation, focus, and excitement in achieving goals. Low level can lead to boredom and reduce productivity. The second is serotonin. It regulates mood and emotions for calmness and cooperation. Low levels can result in decreased job satisfaction and anxiety, hindering teamwork. The third one is endorphins. It helps with pain relief and stress management, promoting positive and emotional balance, especially under pressure. And the last one is cortisol. It supports alertness and concentration in smart amounts. Excessive can lead to fatigue, anxiety, and burnout. The impact on work attitudes. The first one is active brain. Constant mental activity can enhance creativity, decision making, and overall performance at work. Then better focus. Access to multiple sources of information leads to divided attention and challenges in maintaining focus. Good brain health, such as mindfulness, supports concentration, creativity, and helps reduce mistakes. Social interactions. High level of screen time and multitasking can elevate cortisol levels, increasing stress among Generation Z. This negatively impacts their mental well-being. Promoting balanced digital use is essential for brain health. The last one is stress management. Generation Z may experience increased stress levels from academic pressure and social expectations. Openness to mental health support and resources in the workplace, such as exercise and relaxation techniques, can support their brain health and overall behavior. Conclusion. Understanding brain health is crucial for enhancing productivity in Generation Z. Employers who prioritize mental well-being can positively impact work attitudes and performance.